What is the meaning of life? The truth about finding your purpose, just going on and on, is not enough. Life wants to be lived, not consumed or unwound like a boring movie that no one has been able to follow for a long time. The carpe diem principle is the solution here, and most people actually spend half their lives searching for its meaning. Those who start the day with joy every morning and can't wait for it to begin have been successful. If you recognize yourself here, congratulations. But if you are still a victim of the Monday blues, which already casts its unholy shadow on Tuesday, then we may have some inspiration for you here and now. Why do we need a purpose in life? Let's start at the beginning. Why do we human beings actually worry about the question of the meaning of life? Why can't we just veg out every day and let everything be fine as it is? The answers to this question might surprise you. 1. All the struggling and toiling must mean something. Even if we are not the philosophers of the world, a suspicion creeps up on each of us at some point. It whispers in our ears more and more often, at the latest in the middle years. Can that really be all? Once we have reached the statistically calculated midlife, this question comes up more and more often. What are we doing all this for? What is the point of all this madness to which we subject ourselves every day anew, especially people who are trapped in a rigid corset of job obligations and high demands on themselves, would like to be rewarded for their efforts at some point? At the latest, when we realize that money is not the answer, this question becomes more and more urgent and pressing. 2. The finiteness of our lives is constantly breathing down our necks. This motivation also has something to do with getting older. In our younger years, we still feel we're in pole position and think we can decide the race we are facing in our favor. From our mid-40s, however, it dawns on us that we are already halfway through the estimated lifespan that we can expect in the best-case scenario. We look back and realize it was nothing. We may have started a family and been able to establish ourselves professionally. The children will soon be fledged, and we have reached the glass ceiling of our career. Was that really it? 3. We need the confirmation of being more than just one of many living beings that populated this planet. While the first two approaches are clearly in the realm of philosophy, this one starts with our evolutionary history and biology. Even character types who don't want to think about life after death or pursue the questions of where we came from and where we are going are preoccupied with the following. We humans like to think of ourselves as the crown of creation. This conviction that we are not stranded on this earth merely to eat and reproduce serves our striving for something higher and allows us to climb to the longed-for pinnacle of evolution, at least in our perception. What is the purpose of our lives? Basically, the most popular raisons d'être that people define for themselves could be grouped as follows. 1. To achieve goals. To start a family, build a house, be successful professionally, and be indispensable or at least important to someone. 2. To leave traces. We want to leave our mark on this world and not be forgotten at all after our death. 3. To be able to look back with satisfaction. Ironically, what drives us in life is often death. The idea of not being able to look back on a fulfilled existence full of important milestones at the end of our days seems like the ultimate main thing to many. 4. Not being alone at the end. This point is also linked to dying. Being alone and loneliness are the #1 horror imagined by many people and must be avoided at all costs. 5. Writing history. Not so few people make it their goal to dwell not only in the hearts of their loved ones, but even in the history books of this world. A big goal, admittedly, but not the worst and not so difficult to achieve. What mistakes you should avoid. Yes, even in the search for the meaning of life, some things can go wrong. You should avoid the following stumbling blocks. 1. Following the life path of others. Family tradition, convenience, or being seduced by the wrong ideals. Are you on the right path? If so, it is yours and no other. 2. Find the wrong definition of success for you. Money, power, and prestige are not the icing on the cake for everyone. Find out what is really, really important to you. 3. See yourself as a singular being without a social network. No one is an island. Pay at least as much attention to the role you play in other people's lives as you do to your image of yourself. You are probably already much more important than you realize. 4. Manage the search for life purpose like a project. Your life purpose is not a treasure buried at the end of a rainbow. You are yourself the work in progress that will eventually bring you closer to an answer. Expect detours, setbacks, hostile attacks, and disillusionment, but keep at it. 5. Ignore the obvious. The key to your purpose here in this world is you. Your talents, your inclinations, your passion, and everything that makes you special is all you need. The first day of the rest of your life is always today. Stop searching for the meaning of your life. Stay open and follow your intuition, because then it will find you. But if you want to have the big question of your life answered faster, start by answering the following 5. 1. How do you want the world to remember you? 2. If you had only one day to live, what would you do? 3. What global problem of epic proportions would you like to solve? 4. What were you doing the last time you accidentally skipped a meal? 5. What sacrifice would you make to your self-actualization? Don't wait too long to make this change of perspective on your life. The most important of all days is always today.